Jim Willie is talking about 2014 is going to be the year of the currency reset and the gold-backed trade note. And what this really entails is that China is going to come out and they're going to start offering a gold-backed international note. This is going to be the currency of international trade. It's going to be outside, between, say, Venezuela and China, or between Russia and Germany, et cetera, et cetera. All currencies are pretty much, especially fiat currencies, are going to suddenly become internal and domestic only. Your dollar is not going to be worth anything. You go to Italy, and the Italian lira goes to Turkey, and it's going to be worth nothing. It's all going to be the international gold trade note. It's going to be gold-backed. So that's where U.S. is going to really fall from a first world country to a second world country, because obviously we have no gold. The only thing we have is the oil in the Bakken region, and we are probably going to be able to use that asset to at least have some reserve to be able to get gold or these trade notes to trade at all. But it's going to be gold, and this is one of the reasons why smart people, at least in the East, are buying gold. Because when this happens, this currency reset happens, what I've read about this currency reset is they're planning on taking all the nations, and they're gonna put them in an order dependent upon their assets. So, like, number one may be China, number two would be Russia, number three would be India, et cetera, down the road. And then, depending on where you are on that list, they're going to devalue your currency by a certain percentage. So if you're China, you're going to get your currency devalued 30%. If you're number 200 on that list, your currency is going to be pretty much devalued 90%. I'm thinking we're going to get hit with about 30 to 40% devaluation of the dollar, right off the top. That's going to eliminate the hyperinflation, but it's going to pretty much remove whatever rest of the wealth, and you're going to be dealing with dollars that are going to be internal only. So those who have gold and silver, of course, they're going to remonetize that to probably about $50,000 an ounce for gold, because it's going to be used primarily in this international trade note, and then silver or whatever. So, that's what's going to happen. That's how they're going to deal with the hyperinflation, is a currency reset. But you're pretty much going to lose whatever wealth you have.
That's one of the biggest things I don't... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. I just can't let this slip by. $50,000 an ounce for gold?
Yep, absolutely. Right now, when you look at when you really adjust, and on one of my articles on Rogue Money, I kind of pointed it out. When you adjust gold for you take the real laws of supply and demand, and then the inflation aspects of it, gold should be about anywhere between $10,000 and $11,000 an ounce right now. So $50,000 an ounce it's really not a shot in the dark. It's a reality, especially when you're talking about a 40 to 50% dollar devaluation.
And remember this. Jim Sinclair is the one who's saying it's $50,000, and Jim Sinclair just got invited to help run, I think, the Hong Kong or the Shanghai futures market for their metals. So the thing is we the West and we the U.S. are not going to be monetizing the value of gold and silver. The Far East is. So we don't know exactly what their agenda and what their beliefs are. Okay, so we've been thinking about what we here in the West might monetize at $3,000 next year, maybe $7,000, $8,000. No, they have the gold. Them that has the gold makes the rules, and that's why China is probably going to make it that high, because you know what? When you do trade, you're doing trade in billions of dollars. Okay, a country like Peru doesn't have that much gold, so they have to have what little value assets they have. They have to have enough of something so that they can be able to afford to import billions of dollars worth of goods back and forth. Okay, so that's why you've got, in my opinion, you've got to monetize gold to that level, because it's got to be able to be a tradable currency, the trade note, in just about every country, including the poorest.
But if I can ask this one more question here. The average guy, let's say I'm fortunate enough to have, I don't know, maybe a half a dozen 10-ounce coins, or even somebody who has maybe 2 or 3 1-ounce coins in their home safe, for example. That price is meaningless to them, though, right? Because there's no practical I don't even know how to even ask the question. After this hearing 50,000 announced, I mean, does that mean that if I had 3 gold coins in my home safe, I'd be holding on the equivalent of $150,000 in today's dollars?
Well, take into consideration what maybe a percentage lopped off that if we have a currency reset and our currency is devalued. So say if today it's worth $1,000 and the currency is lopped off 40%. Okay, so then you could probably buy, I don't know, 25,000, no, maybe about 20,000 US dollars of the new currency. This is why gold and silver or gold has always been wealth protection, because it still crosses over no matter what currency is in play. And if there's a new currency, internal domestic, and there's a new devaluation, gold and silver stands on the outside. It always stands on the outside. Its price is only related to the price of whatever currency it's valued at. So here in China, in the international trade note, it may be $50,000, but here the U.S. dollar, the new U.S. dollar, if that's what it's called, might be $20,000 to $25,000.